Hi, hello, and welcome to Leaning Towards Six Sigma. In this blog, I am going to talk about Kano principle, widely used in Six Sigma projects, especially when you collect voice of customer. You will definitely get a lot of needs and expectations, and one has to organize where to focus because you can't focus everywhere and do projects. So, especially for example, if I have to prioritize the expectations, which are all basic, first of all, I have to meet if my product or service fails to meet the basic requirements, there is no point in giving delighter features to the customer because customer will be irritated. For example, if you are opening an account, a bank account, and a beautiful card, welcome kit, and a beautifully designed debit card, etc., is given to you, whereas the name on the card is wrongly printed, for example, error in the name, then it's going to be terrible for a customer and for the company as well. So which means if you have to meet the basic characteristics, first fulfill the must be characteristics. So the idea of Kano principle is to focus where to bring in project improvement, and where to focus amongst the many ideas or expectations, needs which you have collected from the voice of customer. So for example, car I'm taking here as an example just to drive home the point. And if I do voice of customer, customer may say fuel efficiency, low noise, good leg space, excellent braking mechanism, entertainment features, excellent upholsteries, and safe to drive a car, speed, let's say 140 or 130 plus. So the whole idea is, and if you do lot many expectations, needs, you will collect it. But where should I focus? Do I need to focus in this example all seven or any one or group of requirements? Where should I focus? That's where Kano principle helps, which I'm going to talk about in a couple of slides from now. Here I'm going to deal with banking as an example and what are the critical to customer. To start with, very simple one, the online banking. Customer expects online banking, priority service, mobile app facility, dedicated relationship manager, advice, financial related advice, on-time advice, in fact, another CTQ, and security, funds secured, etc. And there are many more, for example. And the whole idea is, where should I focus? Do I need to focus on online banking, or do I need to create a priority service, or can I create a dedicated RM so he or she can reach out to the customer? Where should I focus? That's where Kano principle helps. Kano principle is really interesting to classify the customer needs and focus on the ones which are bothering the customer, which means the company is not providing the good service. So for example, to start with, it classifies, first one is must be. Must be means if a car starts at the first crank, or your bank account has been opened without any error, or the food what you ordered at a restaurant, and the right food and right items what you have ordered is served, you are not going to be delighted. Wow, exactly, this is what I ordered. Or yes, the car has started at the first crank. I don't think so you will be delighted, excited, or satisfied. So must be, that's a very basic characteristics definition. Second would be excited. This is delighter one. When somebody would be delighted, just tell me. For example, if I have not even thought about such a feature can be brought into a particular product or service, that's where you will be delighted, because that wow experience is always something you have not expected. You just thought, okay, you just paid what you articulated as a requirement and you are provided. That's the end of it. Exciter categories are very interesting features. Even it may be very small. In a service industry, it may be very challenging, but definitely very small. For example, if you are paying on time, for 2% discount on the bill, for example, or they provide you extra added minutes because you paid on time, or you have been paying continuously on time bill payment, they offer you some exciting discounts in telecom industry, for example. So depends on the industry, this will vary, but definitely something which is not part of the product and service, which has been asked for or expected, and customer never thought about such a feature can exist, that can be an exciter or delighter. The performance one is always performance, as it says, more and more of such a feature, probably on time, and you are opening an account on time. Earlier it took 60 minutes, now you are offering at 30 minutes, and then you say 15 minutes, then you say you just sit at home and we will open an account in 5 minutes. So which means more and more of a performance of particular category. Yes,
That's where the one-dimensional needs are fulfilled. So needs primarily can be fulfilled into three categories, and you can pick and choose which one you need to focus. Definitely must be need to be focused to start with, because if the must be is not provided right, without any defect, there's no point in going to the exciter. Then probably you can go to the performance, and finally you can reach out to the exciter categories. Here I'm going to deal with the car example again, the must-haves. Obviously, you know that I've listed several things just to convey the point. Must-haves means must-be's: low noise, car to start at the first crank, safety of the car, excellent braking mechanism, etc. These are all the basic characteristics of a car. And there is no compromise. Any of this presence, it will not satisfy, and the absence of any of this or the defect in any of this is going to be dissatisfied, and customer will not prefer the company. That's the point I'm communicating here. And the second one here is the performance, the one-dimensional: fuel efficiency, price of the car, or even concept to launch of a car, the time, lead time reduction is also performance related. And this is the second category. This is a one-dimensional aspect is only being improved consistently. More and more of this improvement, more and more the customer is going to be satisfied here. That's the example.
And finally, the exciter or delighter category: good entertainment features, upholsteries, excellent upholsteries, branded music system, for example. Definitely, it will create an excitement, because people sometimes, people may not even expect such a pricing, and you are giving branded, music system. Definitely, it will create a lot of excitement for the customer. But over a period of time, the exciters, the delighters will become must be. Depends on the industry, depends on the product we are dealing with, but exciters will not stay there all the time. For example, ATM. ATM was a delighter at one time when we used to go to the bank to withdraw the money. Now ATM means it's a basic, which means over a period of time, it will slide back to the must be characteristics. That means the company has to continuously innovate new ways of providing features and enhancement and so on and so forth. Now we have classified all the needs into three different categories: must be, one dimensional, and exciter. Now the next step is to identify the project, where to focus, which are the projects. That's the discussion.
Here, when I apply the Kano principle on, in a car example, and what are the important projects can be chosen. For example, here, improve fuel efficiency, lead time improvement from design to launch, eliminate braking failure, or improve engine efficiency. My point here is, from the collection of voice with respect to any example, and then classify it and focus on the area where you are not good at. And listed, what I have listed is the must be, one dimensional, and the delighter. That's the whole point. Finally, the takeaway. How can I summarize? So we dealt with the different character principles of Kano and the needs of a customer, different examples. How can we apply it? Primarily, why we need to apply? Because in order to prioritize. Second, I need to select a project which will make a lot of sense to the customer. As simple as that. The first one, brainstorm the customer needs or collect customer needs, voice of customer. So obviously you will get many. And second would be classify needs using Kano principle: must be, exciter, delighter, or one dimensional. Third, primary focus on the must be, which means wherever the must be is not satisfying the customer, it's not up to the mark, and there are a lot of defects, please focus. Fourth would be identify, select those projects. Then within must be itself, if something is not optimized, something which is having defect, then go to select a project. That's how the prioritization happens. Then focus on the one dimensional. Of course, one dimensional and must be can be taken simultaneously, and both are prioritized, but nevertheless, if the must be itself is not, then naturally must be is first, then one dimensional. Finally, you can move on to the delighter feature. But the challenge for a company is what you provide. Suppose must be is optimized, all of them good. One dimensional, yes, continuously you keep doing it. I wanted to create delighter aspect, more and more. Yes, you can do that. But the challenge is what you provide as a delighter today will become a must be characteristics in a matter of time, probably within a month, probably within a year, depends on the kind of a product you launch. So which means it's a continuous effort is required for even a delighter feature. A delighter feature will not stay there as a delighter feature forever, which means it's a continuous effort. That's the challenging part of it. Also, that's the exciting part of any product development. Whatever car you and me are using currently is not the car what 20 years or even 10 years back we used. Because why? Because primarily people keep inventing, designing new features which are all delighter in nature. Over a period it becomes a must be, because everybody starts offering it. Our customer has already experienced it. So this is my suggestion for identifying Six Sigma or any project for that matter. That's about it. Please subscribe to my channel Leaning Towards Six Sigma. You will find exciting business concepts and process improvements, tools, etc. I have done a lot of video blogs on it. Enjoy watching. Thank you so much.